Love you, Gigi. Bye.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to season 5 of Artisan for Harmonia Fund. I am your host, Naoba, and I am so glad and happy and very excited to welcome 5 amazing presenters with their each one having their own project. Some are already on season 5, and most of you all are coming for season 6, and I'm very excited to have you. So, the logistics about this meeting is that every presenter has 5 minutes. We're going to go really into the heart of the matter. And if you can say what you're doing, what you're accomplishing with this project, and how it's impacting, and why you're the person to do it. And before we go on, I just want to share that the Harmonia Fund is a platform that supports women in their path to evolution and who are connected deeply to Gaia in the environmental sense. So, without further ado, thank you for being here. And who will go first?
Go, Ina.
Andreina. Andreina raised her hand.
Whatever.
Go for it. Okay, I will take the time.
Okay.
Go for it.
So my name is Andreina, and I participate to Harmonia Fund with Aqua Mantra, which is my first attempt to combine a ritualistic performance, spirituality, and my skills in electronic live music performances. We've already done with other women, like theatrical performances, and the main aim of Aqua Mantra is to create rituals in which we charge positively water. So this means to heal literally the waters of the ocean, whatever kind of water, a river and sea. And we like to perform next to some water sources, and at the same time let the audience drink some drinkable water that we have in the audience, and they can release karmic blockages through these performances. My aim, I would like to go on in this and be able to capture the sounds that I've used, which were recorded by someone else. But now, in the future, I would like to be able to capture the sounds myself of nature and to work on the other elements like earth, fire, and air, and to be able to bring into the performance also shamanic dance and some sort of theatrical complete performances. So
Thank you. Wow. And you have more time. So, my apologies for going too fast. I feel that we can have all the time in the world within the 5 minutes. And Andreina, I would like to ask you a question, because you say this is really beautiful. So you are going to be taking us through a journey into the healing of water, as how I understand it, with your sounds. I have listened to your album on SoundCloud, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm so
thank
glad
you.
you're here. It's so
Thank you so much.
beautiful the way that you are weaving sounds and really also bringing mantras in. So, could you tell us a little more about how you're weaving these different elements together to bring people into the journey of the healing of water and all the other elements?
So my intuition was I received some field recordings made by an oceanographic, a man who worked in the oceans. His name is Michel André. I don't know what he's doing now, but he sent me these field recordings taken in the post, and they committed. They told me, "Can you please make an opera, an artwork out of this?" And by thinking about it, my intuition was I was working a lot with mantras for myself to heal myself. My intuition was to prepare like a sort of journey. In fact, Aqua Mantra has a sequence. It starts with an intro and it goes on, and every mantra is supposed to release some blockages and work on some energy. So my idea was to combine my passion for mantras, especially those of the Kundalini tradition, but also some other mantras. And now I'm researching more about mantras and also writing my own mantras. So that's also something I would like to do in the future. And together with other people, especially with Maria Torres, who's a friend, an artist, who's leading a retreat house in the south of Spain, and she's a visionary artist. We prepared some visuals, but also we prepared some altars, and we thought, okay, this could be at the same time be a blessing that we send to the oceans, to the endangered animals, to endangered flora and fauna, because actually these field recordings were made to preserve the Earth's natural sonic legacy, because we don't talk so much about the problem, the pollution of sound, and that's a real problem in the ocean, especially for some animals like the whales, and so this organization was working exactly on this. And our intention was to send blessings, to charge positively the crystals of water, so the information can go through, and to reunite in rituals in which we deliver positive energy to consciousness, to raise consciousness, and at the same time receive this blessed water and heal ourselves. So this is the main concept about it.
Well, thank you so much. I hear it's you're constructing a system basically of feedback where we're also we're water as well, and we're
Exactly, yes.
the part of the blessing part is just so it's high technology in my opinion. So thank you so much for this presentation. Yes. And
Aquarian and Atlantic technology, which is the future of technology, in my opinion.
Aquarian and Atlantic, wonderful. Thank you so much. I really hope.
My pleasure.
So
Thank
please,
you for having me.
yes, people vote for this project, Aqua Mantra, for season 6. I will be very, very glad to have you, Andreina. So everybody, I'm going to send some votes for everybody here who joined today. So expect some really nice voting power your way. Great. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, who is next?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I actually want to call upon Julieta because I feel that your project, Julieta, is actually really connected to the sound as well. So I welcome you to present. You're on season 5 and also applied for season 6. So yeah, take it away.
Thank you. Yes, I was listening to Andreina, and that's great because my project is similar to her. We want to work with bioacoustic made by the coral reef. I'm a marine biologist. I live in the peninsula of Yucatan. I have been working in coral reefs since 50 years, 50 years, yes. So I'm a scientist, and right now I'm just looking how coral reefs are degraded so fast because global warming, contamination, anthropogenic issues. So there are many institutions or people try to work in to help, to heal and to help the coral reef to continue in this work. But one of the methodologies that right now is really working is the sounds. Like Andreina says, sounds is healing. So we want to record the sound on healthy coral reef, the few healthy coral reef that we have here in the Caribbean. And we want to play those sounds that bioacoustic in non-healthy reef, degraded reef, anthropogenic contamination with sound, with all land farming and all the hotels and all the buildings here in the Yucatan coast. They are degrading and impacting coral reef in the bad way. So healthy animals in a stage that they go to the larvae stage. The larvae stage can swim a lot and go to a healthy reef and grow up and increase the biodiversity. But if they don't hear the sound, because a healthy reef is really loudy. So if they don't hear sound, they don't know where they go. So we want to help them. We want to help the coral larvae, the fish larvae, and the other organisms to arrive to a non-healthy reef, but they can repopulate that reef and they can make healthy again. So listen to Andreina, I believe in that. I believe in that because the sound is really, really important. As a scientist, I just working with the physical things, oceanography, biology, but right now we need to work in a holistic way because the coral reef right now needs our help. So we want to use the bioacoustic to try to help all the reef. So that's one of the purpose to apply to Artisan Fund and call everyone to help the reef in a holistic way. That is the sound.
Wow,
Yes.
Julieta, this means, so as I understand it, is that by playing sounds of healthy reefs,
Yes.
the unhealthy dying reefs can actually bring
Yes.
back the population of fish
Life.
and different animals to come and regenerate it. And this
Including
is
corals. Yes.
Wow, including corals. Okay, wow. Thank you
Yes.
so much for bringing this amazing project.
Well,
This is so
Thank you.
important. Can you please share the name of your project?
Yes, the name is the acoustic power of reef because I believe the power is in the sound, the healing sound. So that's the name. We are on season 5 right now, looking for funding, and we are in season 6 for both boats.
Amazing. Wow. Thank you so much. This
Thank
is
you.
really empowering. Thank you. And yes,
Thank you so much.
so you have applied for season 6 and your project is pretty
Yes.
high up there in the votes. So I'm very glad about that. I love your project. I'm a sound artist, so I really do believe in the power of sound. This is a real
Yes.
thing, definitely. Thank you, Julieta.
Thank you, Nova. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. All right, so we have over here 2 wonderful women who are in this project that Lisa Maria has started some months ago, and it's a land project. And please, Lisa Maria, I'm so glad to have you here in Artisan. I'm so glad to see your face and your beautiful presence. Please, will you present what you're doing?
You can stay.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm just give me some space.
So we're currently here on the island of Tenerife, and there's 20 people living on the land, and it's really an experiment in. I just thought of it as I was reading your bio about the relational art, and we do a lot of relational art, but it's really like evolutionary art, which is what does it take for humans to evolve to become the people that can actually create new cultures, and what's the healing that needs to be done, the deconditioning, the destructuring. How do we get our authority back from the laws, from the governments, from school, so that we can actually start to see what is it that I want to create, what's the reality that I want to create, not adapting it to, oh, okay, I'll make a business or I'll do it this way because that's kind of the options that are already on offer. And so Somos is a research center for evolutionaries, visionaries, weirdos, and people who want to vision, want to create, want to have a different way of life and put it into action, and specifically a way of life that's more aligned in Gaia, and to not separate myself from Gaia. I am Gaia. So what it's like, it's not like those two could be exclusive, that when I do something that's more aligned with the natural earth, it's also going to be more aligned with who I am and what my potential is. Mm-hmm. So it's really like, how do I want to live, and what is it that really want to, like, how would I structure my life if I was an alien and I came to a completely empty planet? Like, what was the culture that I would create, and what's stopping me from creating that right now? And that's what we experiment with here. And we do a lot of emotional healing work. We're doing a lot of feeling out loud, like radical honesty, radical relating, and it's wild. It's wild, it's intense, it's non-stop.
And then land work.
It sounds
digging a pond.
just like what I love. And you know what? How can you tell us exactly how this process of creating a new culture and really deconditioning ourselves from all this debris of what is not us through this process of becoming who we really are? How is this so essential for the furtherance of Gaian life here on Earth? How is it essential for the connection of humanity to come into coherence with the environment?
Because for me, it's if like the feelings work is really the first step. If humans really start feeling the pain of the destruction that's being like that we are causing, and to really like let our hearts break and feel the sadness and the fear, then like it's just that's the biggest motivator in my experience. It's the only motivator is the pain. And so if I don't know, if the CEO of a plastic company was able to really feel the pain of like the plastic ending up in all the fish's bellies, like would he be able to continue doing that? And so it's really like the modern culture's perfectly made to make people completely numb. And so it's really this process of becoming sensitive again and creating a culture where that sensitivity is actually a superpower. And it's actually, that's who we are. That's how Gaia speaks through us. So it's giving space to that. And that is through those impulses and that sensitivity is how we're going to be able to work and collaborate with Gaia to be able to create a life that is with her. And so we do a lot of practices like speaking to Gaia, asking for her permission, seeing how she wants us to work with her on the land, and like cultivating our magic powers and mage skills. And I want you to speak a bit about it.
She's dirty for a reason as well. Like we're really out in the land too. We're forming land. We're creating systems here so that it's a pretty dry place, so that all of these beautiful fruit trees that are planted and the food forest can be more lush, can really sustain the people that are and feed people that would be living here. So there's a lot of it's land work as well. It's a land project as well as an emotional healing project and a relational art project and a village, like a next culture village is happening right now here on this plot of land.
It sounds like an essential process to build a relationship with the land. First, building the relationship with the inner soil. This is how I see it. Yes. Any last words, Lisa Maria?
Yes, it's really a combination of inner and outer permaculture, which I sense is in a lot of the permaculture movements, this part is missing. And so this is a combination of those two aspects and so much more. And it's just a continuous experiment.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And I understand that you have already applied to season 6.
Yes, I'm really new to Artisan, so Beth's really my team, which has been wonderful. So it's
Beth is quite proficient, so she is a great guide to have next to you. Amazing. Thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you. And please apply for the Harmonia Fund as soon as possible.
We just did.
Oh, absolutely perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Wonderful. And I want to take it. Thank you, Lisa Maria. Thank you so much. Thank you to Somos also. Yay. I want to take it to Ina because I feel the segue is about human emotions. And I know, Ina, that you're working on something. You're a filmmaker and you're working on a film about emotions. Will you share more about this? Welcome to the stage.
Greetings, everybody. I am so honored to be among you beautiful, amazing women doing all of this absolutely necessary and inspiring work. I'm really moved by what you're doing. I'm a filmmaker, storyteller, and artivist. Right, an activist through my art, and I have been working on my debut feature, Mango Magic, but it's become in the process something so much bigger. It's become a whole movement and I hope a catalyst for social change. And the film is over 5 years in the making. It's a magic realism coming of age story with a universal heartbeat set in the mystical mountains of Jamaica, where a young boy learns to navigate and master his emotions and the superpower of the heart. And I feel very deeply on this topic because I am myself a mother of a young boy, and I'm also a daughter of an aging man, and I find that men have a particularly hard time with learning to or understanding and processing and expressing their emotions. Of course, I don't think it's just men who need more emotional intelligence. I think our whole species is, I believe that the next stage of human evolution is going to come from us increasing our emotional intelligence. And so I've been developing this feature film, and I've also with my team created a short film, Stinky Mango, which is a metaphor for what happens when we don't face our emotions and let them rot inside. So it's kind of like, this is where we are now, and then the feature film is this is where we could be, or how we could be thinking and thinking about and experiencing our emotional selves, and expressing that in different ways, because I do believe that a lot of the pain and suffering in society comes from not being able to, fully integrate our emotions. And so, there's anything from addiction to violence to suicides. I really believe that if, we can, when we are better equipped to handle our emotions, then there would be so much less of these things. And so that's kind of
Yeah.
where
I find that your project, Ina, is very powerful. I also have been part of the Stinky Mango production.
you're a very important
And I'm
contributor and collaborator in the whole Mango Magic world.
absolutely, and I would love for you to talk a little bit more deeply about how you're bringing this into contact with the environment. I know that you live in Jamaica. It's a very lush, very beautiful, abundant country. And how is this connected to environmental work, what you're creating?
Oof. Okay. Well, there's a lot of environmental metaphors in my work. Obviously the mango is there, and so in the film, the father is also it's interesting that Lisa Maria used that example. The father owns a factory for plastic packaging.
Mhm.
And so there's the undercurrent of the film, or one of the themes, one of the sub themes is environmental not so much revitalization, but environmental sustainability. And the children in Mango Magic, they end up coming up with a biodegradable alternative to plastic using bagasse, which is the thing that they throw out from the production of sugarcane and rum. And so that's kind of where the environmental threat is, but also with the social impact campaign. So I didn't mention that, but with Stinky Mango and eventually with Mango Magic, I want to use the films as catalysts for change, like not just for people to watch them, but for us to have screenings and discussions and workshops around the themes of the films. And I'm currently reaching out to potential partners. I'm seeking partners, and in the partnership benefits, one of the things, so instead of having like a gold, premium, whatever, silver partner, they're all called different mangoes, different types of mangoes. So we have a Bombay partner and a Julie partner, etc. And so for every partner that we get, we are also going to be planting a corresponding mango tree. So
Amazing.
on top of, the social impact work we're doing, we're also going to be planting trees.
Okay, hands on, full on. Wow,
That is
thank
a
you so
lot.
much, Ina. Thank you so much. And this is actually perfect for Artisan because you can transplant that that format that you're working with in the social impact campaign for your investors, and you will have a more multiplied sense of revenue through Artisan, through the
Yes,
match
I'm really
funding.
excited to
Yes.
join the
This
season.
is the wonderful part about this platform that is empowering all of us creators in a very exponential kind of way. Thank you so much for your presentation, Ina. Welcome to the Harmonia Fund. Yes, absolutely. And we have one more over here, and Beth
Hello.
is a multimedia artist. Please, Beth, I think you will take it away yourself. This is your second or third round in Artisan. Tell us more.
Yes, I am applying to season 6, so that would be the third round. And I'm in season 5 right now. And I'm creating an opera. I've been working on it for about just over 5 years. And it's an opera that is somewhat satirical, but also deeply felt about people's relationship to technology. And Tamara, is there any way to take me off the main? Yes, that's better. I want to be able to actually look at you.
Okay, thank you, Beth. Tell us the name of your opera.
I Contact the Opera. It's a tiny I, like as an iPhone. And it's a futuristic story of a time when we're at iPhone 1,011,011. It's a giant iPhone dangling from the arms of people, and everybody's attention is just on the iPhone, and people no longer feel or really have like meaningful heart-to-heart connections. And the storyline really does also involve a lot of things about nature. For instance, I'm really touched right now by the fact that fireflies are going extinct. So there's a huge exponential loss of fireflies in this past year. And so I'm incorporating a lot of these things that I really care about that are happening in nature. And mostly I focus on like the tiny creatures, like the things that people maybe don't notice, like it's devastating when the blue rhino disappeared. That literally broke my heart. It was about 7 years ago, cracked my heart wide open. But like right now I'm like focused more on, bees and the hundreds of species of bees. Like people know, oh, honeybees, this one thing, but there's hundreds of species of bees that are just disappearing. The firefly going extinct. When fireflies are so magical, it's so special and unique. I think about being in Ometepe in Nicaragua, and like the beaches just lined with these little lights. And so I'm incorporating my care for those more subtle realms into the opera. I'm writing all the music. And I'm here in Tenerife, and I got to present actually one of the acts the other night and bring people in on my team. So there's a lot of people here like Lisa Maria who are now part of the I Contact the Opera team who want to help me put it on. I'm raising money to actually be able to like pay for a beautiful space with good lighting and all this stuff to actually have a premiere and be able to put it on for many weekends in a row, a performance art piece that's immersive. So audiences are invited in. They know that they're going to be invited to be part of it. And it really is. It's like collective singing, a collective movement, and an experimental transformational space where you walk in and 3 hours later you walk out and you're like, what just happened? But you're closer to yourself, you're closer to the other people in the space. You've considered your relationship with your pet robot, your phone. You consider that a little bit more. You take these things with you to really allow it to have an impact on you. And that's what I'm creating. So
it sounds highly hyper multi-dimensional.
It's totally absurd, and it is multi-dimensional. And we all sang about grass and becoming grass. And it really, the reason it really fits with Harmonia is because really everything that I create in my performance art comes from this like real deep love for nature, for the natural world, for the subtle realms, for that kind of sensitivity to be reawoken in humans. And so I sense all of us women that have presented today, it's like we have that in common. Like I really sense that. I'm like, yeah, it's the subtle realms of the bioacoustics and the blessings for the water. And I just feel really glad, like I'm in a coven right now of women who are taking a stand for a really different culture to emerge here. So
Thank you. I feel so touched myself. It's really wonderful. This very compacted, solid half an hour that we just created right now. The space is so full of love and magic and connection to life. And this is exactly the Harmonia Fund's purpose. And I want to take a moment also to say hello to the most beautiful next generation who just joined us.
the little
Andreina's
person, I saw that
child
little person.
is amazing. This is why we're doing what we're doing, really. All of us.
Madalena.
So touching.
Her,
Hello.
she's very interested right now,
Yeah.
and she doesn't want to leave. I said go in the
No.
other room, but she wants to be here. She's part
Welcome.
of the.
I
Her
want
name
you here.
is Madalena, and
Magdalena.
Magdalena.
Hello.
Hola.
Welcome. Hola.
So beautiful. Yeah, so we don't lose touch of the real purpose of why we're here. We're creating connection to the planet. We're creating it through our creativity and through our very high investment of our hearts. And I am so glad. Thank you for joining. I am going to distribute lots of votes for everybody who presented.
Yes,
Yes,
feel
and
very
thank
glad.
you.
I also want to draw
Thank
your
you.
project.
That's
Yes,
great.
So,
absolutely. Thank you. And the main thing also is that we're here as a collective. We're here as a group and we are mutually empowering each other. So throughout the seasons, we're going to be creating more of these encounters and we're going to be checking in. I'm going to be creating also a Telegram channel for us, for everybody to connect and be together. Does that vibe with everybody? Okay.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Wonderful.
yes. Amazing.
Wonderful. Thank you so much again, everybody, for joining and for presenting and for creating what you're creating. Really, it's huge.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Naoba.
you.
Bye,
I will see you
everybody.
soon again in other spaces. Much
Yes.
love.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, everyone. Bye.